Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Blade Bias, and welcome back to my apartment, I guess. I'm not entirely happy to be here, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? So we're back here. I have a surprise today. Literally a surprise. I was not expecting to be holding Maryn handles today. This is a package from the ever wonderful Ted Flips, who was sending me something to try out that I've been very interested in trying out, and a lot of people have asked me to try out. But something felt a little bit off about the package. I usually do look inside just to make sure everything is there before I start recording and then find out that there's something wrong. So I opened this one up and found this, which is Maryn handles with a serif blade. And then I put it back down and I texted Ted what to do because this was a mix-up. This was supposed to go to someone else, and then I was supposed to get a different package. But I got Ted's blessing to record a quick video with this before I literally run out and send it literally after I record this video. So I'll get it to who it needs to go to. But this is the perfect opportunity to talk about my hot take in the balisong community. And it isn't that I don't like the Nautilus, because that's one of them. One of my hot takes in the balisong community for being such a machine-wise shill. And don't worry, I will talk about this balisong really quickly, considering I won't get any other time to. But one hot take that I have is that I don't think the Maryn lineup should come back. And a lot of people are going to be punching the air right now because I know so many people who bow down to the Maryn lineup's feet and just want it to come back so badly. And I don't really get the hype, I'm not going to lie. I tried a Maryn and a Maryn Light Up Blade show, and they were good. They're certainly impressive for where Dalen was back in the day. Like, these handles are machined very well. They feel very quality. But I don't know. I don't really like the Maryn lineup very much. I'm not gonna lie. I think his new stuff that he has made is far better. The Sliff TV2, the Prisma Pro, the Serif, all of that stuff. So there's so many people who are like, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. But I'm like, I don't know, man. I would take a Prisma Pro over this any day of the week. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, do we see where the handle pattern came from? It even has, like, kind of Prisma V2-esque handles because it's got flat sides and rounded faces. Although I guess the Prisma kind of took a book out of the Maryn Light and the Maryn's... it took a page out of the Maryn Light and the Maryn... Oh my gosh, I can't speak today. It took a page out of the Maryn and Maryn Light's book with the... ergonomics of the handles, I guess. So a lot of people punching the air like, how dare you say that they're Prisma Pro handles. Anyway, that's one of my hot takes. I don't really like it. Again, it's very impressive. Excuse me, it's very impressive. Like, it's definitely a good balisong. I just think what he makes now is way better. I think they innovated incredibly well. Moved on to things that feel just so much better. And will always top the old stuff, in my opinion. But that's one hot take that I have. I have many more, don't worry, but a little good tangent about that. Let's talk about this thing really quickly before I send it out. Now, if Kumi has taught me anything, it's machine-wise lore. Let's see if I have it down. This is a laser-engraved, kind of faded serial number, which means that this serif is a V2 on the Maryn platform. I just realized that there is an even easier way to tell if it's on the Maryn platform. Maybe it's the fact that it's a serif blade on Maryn handles. Maybe that would be a good enough clue to say that it was on the Maryn platform. Alright, now that I'm using my brain, maybe. This thing, I mean, it's fine. It's not really my favorite. There's a lot of handle weight here. Not a lot of blade weight. Like, it doesn't feel unbalanced. It's just very handle biased. I actually cut myself already flipping this thing for like 2 minutes because the handles swing farther than you think they're going to, which made the blade impact the back of my knuckle. It's not bad or anything like that. It just, I put a band-aid on it so that I don't get anything on someone else's knife. But I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this. I will say that, like, on their own, both of these feel very good. The handles feel very good. The blade especially feels amazing. It's very comfortable. It looks like it's well made. I mean, it's a serif blade, so of course it's all of that. But like together, I don't really know. Not my favorite thing. It's kind of heavy and sluggish for a Machine-Wise product. You know, they're kind of known for being light, fast, nimble flippers, especially in my collection. That's what I keep them for, is being like a lighter, faster flipper. So to flip something from Machine-Wise that's very slow and lumbering is kind of weird. Even putting aside my original biases about the Maryn and the Maryn Light. Like, again, this is not a bad balisong. I think this is better than some other things that I've flipped in my time. It's just not something that I would personally purchase or use, especially considering the value that this must be at. This is probably worth more than multiple balisongs in my collection combined, considering we have discontinued handles on one of the most premium blades that Machine-Wise offers. So that's pretty interesting. But one thing I do want to see actually is, how would this look? Interesting. Similar to a Slift T, but less pronounced in the blade. I never truly realized how similar these two blades are, but they have a very similar silhouette, I guess. Granted, there are very obvious differences between them, but I also kind of want to know how these handles would look with the Slift T blade. Fine. Not the best, not the worst. I will say I do think that the Serif blade fits these handles a lot better than the original Maryn blade did. The original Maryn blade, which was, you know, this, essentially. Ooh, this is a good one. This is basically what an original Maryn was, just, you know, live blade. It was very square. Granted, it had the rounding of, like, this part right here, and the Prisma blade kind of bows out at the bottom here like the Maryn blade did. But it was a Tonto or a Tanto, and it was very square. So I think having this more rounded blade on these more simple, kind of rounded language handles is very interesting. I like it a lot, actually. I like the look of it. I'm just not a huge fan of the flipping of it, but I can understand how someone would like this. Again, it's my hot take. It doesn't mean I'm right. I think there are plenty of reasons to love the Maryn and the Maryn Light. I just personally don't, especially with the premium that they demand nowadays. Considering everyone wants one and no one has one. Also, let's get this thing in the sunlight. Get a little bit of sunlight on that. Ooh. The exposure on this may be, like, fucked, so you guys might not be able to see anything, but who knows. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting flipper. I will always jump at the chance to check out something from Machine-Wise's past, especially a new configuration of it that I've never seen before. I don't think I've ever tried. Definitely never tried, but I've never seen someone try like a Serif blade on Maryn handles. It's a very interesting combination that I wouldn't have thought to make, but yeah, it's an interesting flipper. It rings nice, it feels nice, it's built nice. It's far too heavy, slow, lumbering, momentum based for me. But I can, if you're one of the people who likes kind of like how older balisongs flip, like, you know, the heavier handle biased ones, I feel like you would really like this. But me, I'm going to pass on that one. So that's that. Don't expect me to flip this ever again, because I'm literally going to end recording, hop in my car, and take that to the post office to send it to the person that it actually belongs with. So don't get in the comments being like, oh, what do you think of this versus that? I don't know. I flipped it for like 20 minutes, bro. Give me a break, man. And yeah, I guess I've leaked now that Ted will be sending me something that you guys have requested that I look at. So be on the lookout for that eventually. I think it might be 2 things. I don't remember the details exactly. It's been a kind of wild few weeks, but keep an eye out for that. I'm pretty excited to check it out, and I'm pretty excited to have the opportunity to check this thing out. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.